They were common shepherds on a hillside, not exactly the place where the world would expect good news to be announced. But just like the stable they would come to visit, their story was a story of hope where it was least expected. What makes a leader?
Perseverance, respect, presence.
These are traits that know no economic boundaries, and yet it's widely considered that there's a crisis of leadership in our community. Yet in some ways, the circumstances of our students can actually make them better leaders.
My difficulties is when I try to do division.
It is hard for me to make friends with people I don't get along with.
I overcome hardship.
Always take care of my little brother.
In 2004, Metanoia began working with 17 students identified by our local elementary school for showing leadership potential. We now serve over 60 students daily after school and 100 students during the summer in Metanoia's Freedom School. We've made a commitment to our community to raise a new generation of leaders for the neighborhood.
So the College of Charleston gave us the opportunity to sort of research the three key areas that work best when put together to develop leadership. And so we use those areas as a means to, as a jumping off point for us to talk and have conversations and build our curriculum around these areas. And those are character, presence, and excellence.
One of the three primary traits Metanoia looks to develop in our growing leaders is that of presence.
Presence is listening carefully and speaking clearly.
Presence is showing up, participating, being an active listener.
Present is when you look people in the eye, shake their hands, and tell them about your information. Like, I live on Success Street, and my favorite subject is arts, math, and reading. It's science of it.
Metanoia's young leaders learn presence through creative and fun activities. This semester, they worked with Metanoia volunteer Boo Shepherd to hone their public speaking and presence skills. Students also visited several public speaking opportunities throughout the area. By engaging in these activities at an early age, we give students the building blocks to grow their ability to lead through strong communication skills. As students grow older, they have the opportunity to put their learned presence to work, actually leading their younger peers in clubs that meet every other week. This semester, these clubs have focused on cooking, dissecting hip-hop lyrics, arts and crafts, puppetry, and dance. Roshana Hawkins is in the 11th grade. She's come to Metanoia since the 3rd grade, and now she earns a small stipend in exchange for being a counselor in our training program.
Presence in front of younger students is important because they will look up to me more than an adult because I'm closer in age with them. By showing good presence, like looking people in the eye while talking, being respectful, and talking properly, they'll want to be like me and be a leader.
Character is the qualities that make you who you are.
Character is how you act when people are present and when people are not. An example of character is pulling out bad grades and being responsible.
Character is doing good in school.
Metanoia's young students begin thinking about character as soon as they become young leaders. This semester, students have been learning various words that describe character so that they can be better equipped to understand and develop their own character.
Perseverance is when you never give up during hard times.
Respect is when you show love and kindness to others.
Patience is waiting for a long period of time without complaining.
Students go from learning the definitions of these words to using them in sentences in written form, and finally to acting them out to internalize what good character looks and feels like. Older students in Metanoia's programs move from dramatizations to reality as they engage in various service projects in our neighborhood. For example, they spend time each semester volunteering at a local nursing home in our community and being a friend to seniors that are often forgotten, even by their own families.
Some of them may not have any family members or friends to come visit them, and when we come visit them, it can be a bonding that they have with us and put a smile on their face.
Excellence is when you do your best even if you don't feel like it.
Excellent is being a role model who does good things.
Excellence is trying hard as you can.
Since coming to Metanoia last spring, Krishan Varnes has shown steady improvement in his commitment to excellence in both his grades and his personal performance.
Krishan's an exemplary student. I find that he is a highly motivated individual, and I think that he is one of the most respectful students I've ever met. I find that he not only respects me, but he respects other staff, other students, anyone really within the school setting. I find that he has the drive and the motivation in order to be the best that he can be. And he just has that confidence about him that allows him to ask the questions and help his classmates and do what he can do to be the best that he can be in the school setting.
Excellence is when you do something even when you don't feel like doing it and you still put your effort into it and try your best. One time I had excellence is when we was doing social studies in class and I didn't feel like doing it, but I still put effort and my best into it.
Students like Krishan are just starting out on the road toward excellence. Daisha Drayton shows a remarkable return one can see through an investment in a young leader with tremendous potential. Daisha started attending Metanoia during our first year of Young Leaders program in 2003. At that time, she was a third grader recommended by Chicora Elementary School for showing leadership potential. Daisha is now in the 11th grade at the Military Magnet Academy and is ranked first in her class.
It's an honor to be able to say something about Cadet Daisha Drayton. She's an outstanding student. She has leadership skills. She academically, she's well prepared. She does everything in her power to assist our younger cadets. She's been with us since 6th grade, and I definitely have seen the development in her leadership skills, academic skills.
Metanoia has taught me excellence by making sure I stay focused, work, and study hard to do above average in school.
Presence, character, and excellence. These are the traits that Metanoia seeks to discover in young leaders in our community. But we recognize that students cannot become good leaders without good role models. So parents of young leaders are required to be involved in their lives for a child to remain in our programs.
Me gusta Metanoia a mí porque ayuda mucho aquí para los niños y me gusta la enseñanza que les dan y la educación.
She says she like us coming to Metanoia. It shows us a lot and it helps us a lot in our life.
Yo como madre vengo a ayudar a Metanoia porque me gusta ayudar a donde están mis hijos para que estén mejor y para que tengan un buen ambiente entre padres y familia.
She helps out in Metanoia because she wants to help us, her kids that are in Metanoia, and she like helping because it's nice helping out.
This year, parents put in over 2,000 hours of community involvement in Metanoia's programs. Communities that have control of their assets have the capacity to identify their own leaders and grow those leaders to be the best they can be. By growing leaders at Metanoia, we are not just building opportunities for individual students, we're building the future for our community. We're creating a pipeline of leadership opportunities for students so that a first grader coming into Metanoia can clearly see her older peers in later grades progressing on to college and then returning to the community to lead us into the future. This is his story. This is her story. This is their story. In truth, this is our story. We all have had someone recognize our potential and invest in this potential. This is our story, one that recognizes that hope can grow anywhere. Indeed, a story that recognizes that often hope grows best where we least expect it. It simply takes people who are willing to make an investment in hope, people willing to do what needs to be done to turn a place of hope into a place of genuine opportunity, people willing to invest to move people of hope toward becoming leaders of great potential.